Hi students, welcome to NEET chemistry class. In this session, I want to discuss qualitative quantitative analysis of organic chemistry. You know that it is the one of the important topic in organic chemistry. So there is a chance to ask one question compulsory from qualitative and quantitative analysis. So let me tell about the quantitative and qualitative analysis of organic compounds. You know that organic compound is consist of carbon, along with the carbon other type of elements are there: hydrogen, nitrogen, oxygen and phosphorus, sulfur, halogens. Different types of elements are there. To detect the elements, whatever the test we are following, that is known as qualitative analysis of organic compounds. Here first in qualitative analysis, there is a detection of carbon and hydrogen. First one, detection of carbon and hydrogen. Detection of carbon and hydrogen. How we are going to identify the presence of carbon and hydrogen? Let us see. So very simple it is. Whenever organic compound is heated with copper to oxide, so we can identify the presence of carbon and hydrogen. How we can identify? Let us see. So whenever the carbon is there in organic compound and whenever it is heated with copper to oxide, total carbon is converted into carbon dioxide. It is oxidized to carbon dioxide. This carbon dioxide gas, whenever we allow through the calcium hydroxide, it is nothing but lime water. Then what we will get? Turbidity will be produced. So based on the turbidity, based on the precipitation of calcium carbonate, easily we can identify the presence of calcium carbonate. Then next to how we are going to detect the presence of hydrogen? Let us see how we are going to identify the presence of hydrogen. See, we can easily identify the presence of hydrogen whenever it is heated to the organic compound is heated with copper to oxide. Hydrogen present in the organic compound converted into water. Total, it is oxidized to water. Water vapors whenever passed through the, when we are going to allow the water vapors through the copper sulfate CuSO4, then what happens here? Here a blue colored copper sulfate crystals are produced. Blue color copper sulfate is going to form. Actually here there is no color, it is a colorless substance, colorless. Whenever we allow water vapors, the color, blue color will be produced. So basis on that, we can identify the presence of hydrogen. Next, so after the detection of carbon and hydrogen, the remaining elements like nitrogen, sulfur and halogens can be detected by the Lawson's test. So with the help of Lawson's test, we are going to detect the presence of nitrogen and halogens. Now let us see the Lawson's test. So it is a very important one, Lawson's test. In Lawson's test, how we are going to detect the remaining elements? Let us see. Actually here the in organic compounds elements can connected to the carbon through covalent bonds. We should convert the covalent compound into ionic compound. That is the reason here we are going to do, or we are going to prepare sodium fission extract. So it is not sodium fission extract. Simply we can say it is SFE. How we will produce the sodium fission extract? When organic compound is heated with sodium metal, then what happens, halogens present in the organic compound can converted into sodium halides. Sulfur present in the organic compound can converted into sodium sulfide. And nitrogen present in the organic compound, so it along with the carbon it is converted into sodium cyanide, NaCN, sodium cyanide. And whenever along with the organic compound along with the nitrogen sulfur is there, means sodium thiocyanate we will get. This is NaSCN. So like this way, whenever organic compound is heated with sodium metal, we are going to get this kind of ionic compounds. Covalent bonds can be converted into ionic compounds. And we will collect this material, whatever the material we will get. If this material is boiled with the water, so we will get the extract that is called as sodium fission extract. Okay, so with the help of sodium fission extract, we are going to detect the presence of nitrogen, sulfur, and halogens. So